Hello and welcome to another episode of the rebooted version, if not sporadic, series called Die of a Gold Coin Dealer. Um, I'm starting to feel more myself. It's been a long time. It's been 3 months, um, recovering. I did work last month, but I'm happy to say that I'm back in business. If people want to start selling to me again, or if they choose to do so, they may wish to choose to sell elsewhere. That's also fine. I am back in business for that, so that's not a problem. Last month, I cannot put into words what a weird month it was. The start of the month, I was barely hanging on to my mind. Like I'd be going out and I'd be shutting down, and end of the month started to feel, middle of the month, end of the month started to feel fine. But I said to myself, I just want to make £1,000. I want to get my brain into gear. I want to, see where I'm at. And I almost 5x'd it. Like, I called it my lottery ticket month because I had a lot of one-off things happen that just put money in my pocket. Now, I've always preached over the years. I said, you need to build a stack that gives you outs. Now, basically, I've proved the theory in my own situation because I've still got enough stock in terms of my stack. And okay, I do it for business terms. I do have slightly leaner rates, but there's a lot of stock in there that I had no advantage over other people when buying. I bought them at a market rate that everyone else was entitled to buy it, and they have looked after me. So yeah, I've proved that theory. There was a lot of money made on stamps, and you must be thinking like, oh, you must put a lot of work into that. But the reality was, the bulk of what I made last month come through big one-off purchases. So there was a gentleman who bought, I think it was 13,700, 13,800 second-class stamps. That was 40%, maybe more. Um, no, I think that was half. I think that put half of what I made last month into my account, and that was something that had been set up a long time ago. So I looked at it and I was like, just get rid of it. It's okay, just get rid of it. So that's what I did, and it's looked after me and some because it's allowed me to have the recovery time needed, and also not really worry about the bills. On paper, I put in zero down the column for 3 months. June is now month three. Um, and realistically, I don't need to work, but I want to because, firstly, I like working, but there is a social element of it. It gets my brain in gear, and, I just like dealing with coins. Even though I haven't dealt with many coins over the last month, it's mainly been stamps, but I do like dealing with the coins. Now, in terms of where the market's at, it's been hmm, it's a rough market for coins. I was trying to sell some 1 ounce gold coins. Couldn't sell them for spot plus post. Just couldn't sell them. I've just had a bit of a ding dong with a supplier about this because I won't get into it, but I've had a ding dong with most suppliers. Usually that's all it is. It's just business. People get frustrated. There's disagreements and misunderstandings, and it's fine. I don't doubt, like, in a week we'll probably deal with each other, it'll be right as rain. But on this occasion, I think I've rubbed him up the wrong way, and he's right royally rubbed me up the wrong way, and that's part and parcel of trading, I think. Um, but yeah, in terms of the 1 ounces, they haven't really moved. I had a brick come in that sold. I was pretty shocked at how that sold, considering I couldn't even give crooks away. So whether that's a CGT aspect, or it could have been because it was the new King Charles, or King Charles III, it was the new coin. I guess he is the new King Charles as well. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, so that went, but I've had 20 grand bars, can't give them away. Um, it's been a real tough one, but I'm seeing this in the market that the bigger stuff is proving a tough sell. I'm looking at other dealers and they're struggling. They're struggling to move the bigger bits. But I think this was inevitable. I said it over many videos. I've got 600 plus videos. I can't locate the video, but I do remember preaching that the higher the gold price goes, the more people are going to move down. And looking at that, you can see that across all investments and even payment methods. So 1 ounce crooks and 1 ounce coins, they're harder and harder to sell. People are opting for the smaller ones and the premiums are getting pushed up. Whether that's to stay or not is another matter. Personally, I don't know. So I work on average, I try and make £10 a sovereign. Sometimes I make less, sometimes I make more, but over the course of a year, I want to average £10 a sovereign. Whether that premium will maintain, I don't personally know, but I know the premium for the bigger coins has collapsed. So you've got what a proper integrated business would do is they'd turn around and say, well, actually, we're going to pay less for it because the margin isn't there. I can't really do that because of the way I buy. I don't particularly plan on changing the way I buy either. I do buy from the public, but most of the stock I get is through professionals. It's not through the public. I can't turn around and say, oh, I now want it for 96% on the 1 ounce stuff because, no professional's going to sell for that because they'd have to get it in for 94% or 93%. It's not going to fly. So I think for me, I've got to pick and choose the moments to sell the larger coins. Now, in terms of going back to what I was saying about the market being diced up, you see it absolutely everywhere. So people don't really have the discretionary spending, so it's getting smaller and smaller portions. So I've just demonstrated with the 1 ounce coins that it's happening. You'll see it in houses. Houses are being diced up left, right, and centre in terms of living. You see it in purchasing. Buy now, pay over 3 months for like a £20 piece of clothing. That's crazy. I think it's called Klarna. I don't personally use it. I think that's madness. I was always brought up with the maxim: if you can't buy it twice, you can't afford it. I wonder what that maxim would mean in the modern day world, because it's gone crazy. You look at shares. You got fractional share buying. That never used to be a thing. That's crazy. Bitcoin fractions, because people can't necessarily afford a Bitcoin. Now, do I think that's an innovation gone too far? Yeah, I think the world is in a sad state of affairs if you're dicing up everything so people can afford it, because the more you dice something, the higher the premium. So we can see that in the coins. We can see that in the coins. So you go to 10th ounces, some of them are going £20 over, £25 over. That's crazy. I used to pay £3 over a coin and used to sell for £10 over a coin. These days I can't even get them in at £5 over a coin. Can't do it. That's just the state of affairs. Do I think that's going to change anytime soon? No, I don't. I really don't. I think gold will go higher because I don't think they solved the issue of quantitative easing. If anything, the issue has got bigger. It's a bigger and bigger issue. The United States have been in a debt ceiling issue yet again. What a shock. They always cause a massive drama over this. Increase the spending. They have to. So what's going to happen? It's going to push asset prices up and everyone's going to suffer. What's really shocked me though is that they've put interest rates up so much. Now, I always said, and I'll hold my hands up when I get it wrong, I always said I don't think they can put it up because I think it will cripple people. I didn't realise how much they hated the general population because it is crippling people. And I wouldn't be shocked if there was a spate of suicides across the world because people have been forced out of their house that they can no longer afford. It's happening now. It's not even in the buying market, the buyer's market. It's happening in the renter's market. Where I live, I think it's... Don't quote me. I will have to double check it, but I think a 3-bed is now £1,200. Crazy. That's not even including bills, and that's not including council tax. So basically, you're going to be paying, let's say council tax is what, £1,500. Again, don't have the numbers at hand. Let's do some quick numbers. I don't know what the bills are as well because I kind of pay all inclusive myself, so I'm not going to put that in the calculation. But so 1,200 times 12 plus basically 16,200 before bills. That's for a family home. I know everyone's got different circumstances, but it's clear to see why everything's going down the route of fractional. It's clear to see why 1 ounce coins are not really selling that well. Maybe I've got it wrong. I don't know, but that's how I see it unfolded. And I think there's less money. I think discretionary spending has been absolutely squeezed, and the money people do have is being put into the smaller sized coins, sized shares, sized flats, etc., etc. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I will see you on the next one. Hopefully it'll be a bit sooner. I do have some coin videos to film. I just haven't put them out. I have been preoccupied with being ill. Take care, guys. Bye.